Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Huge thank you to everyone who's been supporting, liking, subscribing. It really means a lot, you know. So we're getting to a good milestone on this YouTube journey. We're not far away from hitting 4,000 watch hours. You may ask, what does that even mean? I mean, I don't know. It's just a milestone that I'm sort of aiming for to hopefully give me a lot more motivation to continue making content for you guys. So I just want to say a big thank you very much for everyone who's been supporting. So yeah, right, today, I can't believe it, right? So we've actually gone and, so this is my second bedroom in here, right? I've got clothes in here, I've got a wardrobe, I've got a TV, I've got a PlayStation, right? Any normal person would just use this as like a spare bedroom for when guests come over. However, I'm going to turn this into my dojo room. It's never going to be an aquascaping gallery. It's not going to have lots of different aquariums in here because I just haven't got the room. So we've got a dojo. If you don't know what a dojo is basically a adult size sand pit where us guys and girls can practice our aquascapes before we put it inside the aquarium. So very excited to showcase this with you guys. Ben Gill, good friend of mine, he actually sold me one of these. I purchased this last year off him, and it's taken like a whole year for me to even put it up in the house. So I'm very excited. We finally got it up, and yeah, it's very nice. But check out Ben Gill's Instagram. He's an aquascaper here from the UK. He's selling these, so definitely drop him a message if you're interested. It doesn't have to be as big as mine, which is like a 90 centimetre. It can be smaller, 45, 60, whatever size you want, you know, so no problem there. So hopefully I'm going to be showing you some different kind of layout techniques. Like I said, I'm far from a professional. I've created some great aquascapes in the past, I'm not going to lie, like they've been pretty good. I've enjoyed the Hardscape process. A lot of good feedback from you guys from my previous tank. If you haven't watched that video, check out the build video, it's on my YouTube channel. But yeah, hopefully we're going to show you guys a couple of different layouts, you know, and if you really enjoy the layouts, what I create, then maybe you'd like to see that inside an aquarium. So drop me a message, you know, I'm prepared to think whatever one gets the best votes will go inside an aquarium and get aquascapes. So I'm going to leave it to you guys to make that decision, but let's crack on and I'll show you what we can do with one of them. So this is actually my favourite part about aquascaping. I love creating different layouts. So it's amazing to have a dojo ready at hand, and especially I've got room for some of my rocks and wood to go underneath, so anytime I fancy a little play I can just crack on and try and make a little layout. You know, it's always good to be creative. Doesn't always have to stay in an aquarium. You've got the amount of times that you can change it. So yeah, that's the beauty of having a dojo. You know, you can practice before you put it inside your aquarium, and you can make changes whenever you want. You know, sometimes it is a little too late trying to make changes in your aquarium, especially when it goes underwater. You know, especially when you glue Hardscape together and you think, God, I don't like that. You know, you can always change it with a dojo. So I'm going to start off using the biggest piece of rock that I've actually got here. This is a Titan boulder. This is by the company called Weo. You guys might see them on Instagram. They're actually a very big company based in Barcelona in Spain. But yeah, lovely naturalistic rocks here. Yago, the owner of Weo, is actually very well travelled. You know, he's been to a lot of places in different nature environments, so he definitely knows he's got a good eye for good material. So yeah, Titan boulders, and obviously I've got the Titan rock there at the front, but I'm mainly trying to start off with a bit of a nice composition, especially the left hand side. You know, I always try and use the biggest piece of rock or wood or hardscape as I can and sort of try and build off it. It might not look that big in the picture, or in the video should I say, but it's quite a big hefty boulder there on the left hand side. Usually you can take a measuring stick or a ruler and actually measure out, you know, the exact dimensions of your aquarium. So I know this whole dojo here is 90 centimeters, so I'm just freestyling it really, just going to see how I get on. But it is definitely a beautiful rock. Underwater it goes a lovely dark color, so yeah, and I've used it many times in my previous build videos. So little freestyle, see how we get on. It's the evening here in England, so why not have a little play around and see what kind of composition we can come up with. So as you can see on the right hand side, I haven't really got a rock that matches kind of the impactful rock on the left hand side. So the rocks on the right are going to try and sort of mimic as one essentially. As you can see, they're kind of very close together. I'm going to sort of try and maybe go for some sort of a bit of a sand path going through the middle, maybe some detailing stones and rocks around it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this. Any questions, obviously drop me a comment down below. But yeah, this rock can definitely be used for a lot of things, you know, especially these biotopes, any kind of nature aquarium. Yeah, it's a lovely piece of hardscape. It's one of my favourite rocks and boulders out there on the market at the moment. So yeah. So it's looking quite nice. Yeah, ignore this this huge bit of rock that I'm trying to place somewhere. I don't have a clue what I'm doing with this. As you can see, you know, I'm just trying different ideas. But yeah, let's move on from that. But you know, really trying to focus on that right hand side now. I'm pretty happy with the left. It's very basic, you know. I'm trying to make this video and this layout kind of as easy as possible, with what you can do with very minimal stones, you know. Hardscape is not cheap by any stretch of imagination, so you know, if you do have the money to purchase certain hardscapes and different material, keep it, you know, definitely keep it for the future, because you know, this is 2 years old and it still looks brand new as ever, a little clean, you know, and it's back to being perfect condition, ready to use again. So I'm just using some of the supporting stones here, slightly smaller ones that are going to give a bit more detail around the whole aquascape, you know, the whole scape I'm trying to create. But yeah, as you guys know, how much I emphasize on how important details are, especially when it comes to an aquarium. I feel like, you know, you can create a beautiful aquascape with really basic material, as long as you keep the good condition of the plants and the plants do the talking for you, you know. But I like to do both. Some people may think, you know, it's pointless going this crazy when it comes to aquascaping and putting so much detail into things when plants are just going to cover it up. But you know, it's always good to have the sort of the footprint there, especially when you might want to change your mind, you know. And of course you can always add hardscape later, but you know, doing it this way, it's, like I said before, it's my favourite part about aquascaping. So yeah, I'm just trying to use this small rock here really, at the back. The rule is really, most people say using smaller details at the back sort of creates the illusion of depth, which I strongly agree in, but also you can use detailing at the front as well, which can be smaller. A little bit too central, that rock in the middle, I can see. I'm pretty sure I will move that and see that. But there's nothing wrong with having things in the middle. But you know, it's all about the rule of thirds, keeping things a little bit offset so it makes a bit more of an impact when you're looking at it. So yeah, I'm just going to be using the detailing stones here. I believe this is venom boulders, which actually go a little bit more darker than the actual rock itself. But it's fine, it's not going to look too bad, especially if it does go underwater, because it's going to kind of counterbalance a little bit, especially when you add plants in between the gaps, and it's not going to look too, you know, out of place. So yeah, I'm just going to add some of the detailing stones around here, which is very important, as I mentioned before. So yeah. Cool, there he goes again, adding more gravel and more details. But this time round, I'm adding some ADA gravel, as you can see, and also I've put some sand sort of slightly on top. Don't be frightened to use multiple sands in one setup. You know, a lot of people generally sort of pick one sand, you know, the brightest white color they can find, and then just use that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, it's absolutely fine, but I like mixing my sands together. You can do this before you actually, you know, put it down onto the aquarium, or mix it in a little bucket beforehand, and, you know, sort of blend it together to give you sort of a little different colour. Or you can just use two different sands and layer one on top of another. But yeah, this is the way I like doing it, and I think it's looking very nice so far. So I did promise you another layout, so I'm going to be adding some wood on this secondary layout. Let me know, guys, which one you prefer, whether you prefer the one that I've just done, which is just a rock only scape, where we can just put, you know, different kind of grasses and different plants, and very minimalistic, but just really focusing on the details. But you know me, I promised you a second one, so I've gone and got some wood from my little stash here in my house, and we're going to add some wood. You know, we're going to really elevate the aquarium a bit more, and step it up by using some more hardscape. I haven't got the most amount of hardscape here underneath the dojo. Annoyingly, I probably should have thought about that before making the video, but you know, here we are, content creating especially for you guys. So yeah, putting that huge bit of wood on the left hand side, I do love it, it's beautiful. I picked it up from Captive Worlds in Salisbury when I went there a few weeks ago. Very nice piece of wood. But yeah, trying to use the supporting pieces of wood, acting as a sort of a branch, tree, that kind of thing, and sort of trying to follow the lines of where the wood is actually broken, you know, where it stops, and trying to sort of continue that to obviously make the hardscape a lot bigger and more impactful. So yeah, let me know, guys, which one you think's the best and which one's your favourite. Drop me a comment down below. Keep liking, subscribing towards my videos. I really appreciate all the support that I've been getting, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one.